will host a high-level video call on 17th of August, tomorrow, with Kyiv's allies in what it is being called a coalition of the willing. The LEC says the meeting, led by Prime Minister Keir Starmer, President Emmanuel Macron, and Chancellor Friedrich Merz, will focus on next steps towards peace in Ukraine. The call comes just a day before President Volodymyr Zelensky travels to Washington following the US-Russia summit. Now, for this discussion, we are joined by Raymond Vickery. He's a former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce, joins us live from Washington. Thank you, Raymond, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, what do you think that they are going to achieve or plan during this meeting of the coalition?
Well, thanks very much for having me. In order to wage peace, you have to wage it like war, in the sense that you have to have a strategy, you have to have allies, you have cooperation. Unfortunately, the tack taken by President Trump has been exactly the opposite of that, and that is a real estate developer's transactional approach, that he and another great man, can get together and solve the problem. You know, he said he was going to do this on day one of his presidency and bring peace to Ukraine. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. We're happy to see the impetus toward talks and peace, but this is no way to go about it. And so what's going to happen is that the Europeans, the so-called coalition of the willing, are going to try to get together along with President Zelensky in having a coalition which will be able to wage peace, not by just simply making a deal with Putin, but putting enough pressure on him so that he'll come to the table. This is a very unfortunate development, really, in my view, because what's happened is you've given Putin legitimacy after the worst transgression of the UN Charter in 80 years, the invasion of another country, the imperialistic approach to international affairs. He's been treated as an equal by President Trump. President Trump had said he wanted to stop the killing. That was his number one objective. With all of us can agree with that. But what has happened is the whole business about ceasefire has been dropped. So what is going on, it seems to me, is really sort of as you would plan B, and that is to get together a coalition of the willing, which can wage peace in a realistic way, as opposed to what President Trump has been trying to do.
And Raymond, building on your answer, what is your take on President Trump's bold moves about pursuing Nobel Peace Prize? Do you think these peace efforts are genuine part of his pursuing Peace Prize?
Well, there's no question about it. The man is an egomaniac, if you will, narcissistic maniac, some have said. And he wants self-aggrandizement, and a Nobel Peace Prize, in his view, would be a part of that aggrandizement. It's unfortunate. You know, President Reagan, who was a good Republican, used to say, you know, you can get a lot done if you don't care who gets the credit. And that's exactly the opposite of what President Trump approach is. He wants the credit first, even if he doesn't accomplish anything. He did this in regard to India, Pakistan. He tried it in regard to Africa. And in his view, it'd be a crowning achievement. But, you know, I'm all in favor of giving him any prize if he really could have a strategy and a means to get peace, because the killing is terrible, and it can lead to worse consequences. World War I started this way, kind of sleepwalking into it, which led to World War II. We don't want that again, so it's good that he's involved, but this is no way to go about it, in my judgment. Other great democracies like India, in Europe, Japan, need to band together and try to bring enough pressure in regard to Putin and Russia to at least stop the killing.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Raymond, for sharing that. Please stay with us as we stay on.